What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, successors? Welcome to another episode of Speak Your Success in the Morning. Today is Thursday, March 12th, 2026. And y'all know we're so glad to have you here with us. I'm your host, Jonathan Jones. On the other side, what's going on, producer Britt? How you feeling this morning?
Hey, what's up, Jonathan? I'm good. Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? I did not know the date. I knew what day it was. I didn't know it was the 12th. I had no idea.
Brittany Lucky, when I tell you the days is blending together like colors on a color wheel, I don't know what to tell you because I don't know. I just go to sleep, wake up, and we here. I know the date right when I say it. So
Literally.
yeah, yeah, it's blending together, man. It's blending together. But it's good because we're on Friday Junior. Friday Junior. Uh
My
we're rocking
favorite.
and rolling. But yeah, we here. Producer Britt, what did you have for dinner last night?
It was Wednesday. We get a free meal at work. So I just had
Yeah, yeah.
Salisbury steak and some scalloped potatoes. I wasn't a fan of the
Mm.
baked beans, so I did not eat those. And I'm not a fan of their green beans, so I never get those either.
Green beans are always a hit or miss though, because sometimes like I don't know, some green beans is like they're kind of waxy, and then some they're it's more natural. I'm not saying that's the ones up there at the church, but yeah, like some of the
I
fruit.
don't,
I
no,
mean,
I
not
don't
not
get the
not fruit.
waxy effect. What you mean?
Okay. Well,
No.
not some like I don't know. Like some when you chew it, it's like I don't, is it organic? Is it is it
I never
natural?
thought about
What am I
that.
chewing? What is this? Because you probably know, but one thing I probably learned maybe a year ago was that sometimes when you go to the grocery store and you look at the fruits and stuff, I didn't know they're so shiny because it's like wax on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you come home, you got to do the hot water and the vinegar to clean them. I was like,
Baking
when I
soda. Yeah, I think the
when I
best
learned
thing,
that,
uh-huh.
blew my mind, blew my mind.
I think the best example for you to see that is on broccoli.
Broccoli.
So if you
I was
take
about to say like apples and stuff, but go ahead.
So if you take some broccoli and you just run it before you clean it, run it under the cold water, blah blah blah, and you'll see how the water is not seeping into the broccoli. And then when you add your now I have the fruit and veggie spray,
Okay.
or I'll do the baking soda and a little bit of vinegar. Um, and if you soak that, 5, 10, however long you want to soak it, whatever, and then
Yeah.
you run it, when you clean it, you run it back under the water, you will see the water go through the broccoli. That's like the
Wow.
perfect example to see that whole like wax situation. It's
Oh
wild.
my
It's wild.
This is crazy. This is crazy. The stuff you learned. But how long did it? Well, if you remember, but like, was that recently you learned that, like past 5 years, or this something that like you kind of knew, like maybe your mom put you
I would say yeah, it's like a mom thing. Like I think it's always been like wash it
on?
and make sure
Mhm.
it's clean and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as like the water bouncing off the food and stuff, that was probably like within the last, I would guess you say 5 years. Yeah,
See, that's crazy. It's just
I
crazy the
know.
stuff that we come up on learning, and it's like I was however old, and I've been eating this food and just cooking it or whatever. And now we realize that
Mhm.
that's crazy. That's crazy. But
So
yeah,
like
so for me,
even
oh, go ahead.
oh my gosh, cleaning strawberries is the most disgusting thing ever.
Really?
So
Okay.
nasty, Jonathan. So I got a big bowl. I went to the market last week, got a big bowl, put all the strawberries in there, put some water in there. Actually, I do my baking soda on top, my baking pot, yeah, baking soda on top, and then I fill it up, and then I just do like a few caps of vinegar, white vinegar. You see that science project going, everything start fizzing up.
Uh,
Oh man, you let it sit for like 15 minutes. You see all that nasty gunk at the bottom. You don't know
uh,
what you eating most of the time. and
Oh.
then you dump that out, and then you do it. I wash them twice, and you're like, it's never gonna be like clear because the strawberries are red, but you can
Mhm.
see when they're clean, and it's just wild how dirty that stuff is. It's just nasty.
Dang.
And here I am
Yeah,
as a
that's
little
sick.
girl. My
Uh,
grandma used to have a tree in the backyard. I used to eat the berries off the tree. Yep.
but in that sense though,
Natural.
if you yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like how they're grown, then that's a different situation. But
Right.
when you look on the package, you see it says made in Mexico or grown in Mexico. You don't know because there is. So I'm gonna say this one thing and I'm gonna move on. Because one time I think
Okay.
I was watching the video and I think I saw that they were saying that the strawberries were grown in like they first.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I believe that because it's a great fertilizer. It's a great fertilizer. That's why you should clean your stuff. I mean, I get it, but I mean it's nasty. But hey, you get them bright
Pretty
red,
sick.
plump strawberries. Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So for me, what I had for dinner last night was the same thing you had, right? I had Salisbury steak, had the vegetables, but then last night I got home, and then
Okay.
I see Gabby sitting there. I said, is that a Whataburger you're eating? She said, yeah, I got a little Whataburger. She said, but I'm done with it. She can have this little corner. I said, let me get that little corner on that thing. So I had a little corner of
Jonathan, don't
a
turn down my
Monterey Jack,
food.
Whataburger, cheese.
Mm.
So yeah, it was a good
Lovely.
night.
Lovely.
It was a good night last night.
All
Mhm.
right. Well,
Yeah,
cool.
always good when you come up on some food. Yeah, always good when you come
Always,
up on some food.
always, always.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna get into straight from the source. Here you go, John.
Let's roll right into it. Let's roll right into it. So today we're going to be in First Corinthians chapter 13, and we're going to kick it off with verse 11. And this probably is one verse that has been really pivotal to me as I've come into manhood, fatherhood, and just, I mean, overall maturity, because this is one of those verses that I feel is just really essential for us just to learn. And as we grow and as we just shed either some relationships, some habits, and Britt, I don't know if you put it up there or not, but I don't see it just yet. But y'all, the verse reads, when I was a child, I used to speak like a child, think like a child, reason like a child. But when I became a man, I did away with all childish things. Okay. Says when I was a child. Okay, so when I was young, right? When I was young, and as I'm reading this, I'm even thinking about my oldest, my 3-year-old son, right? When I was a child, I used to speak like a child. There's going to be certain words that he's not familiar with. There's going to be certain phrases. If we're sarcastic with him, he's not going to be able to get and understand that because he currently is thinking like a child. He's going to reason like a child, but when I became a man, I did away with all childish things. So here, one thing that we must understand and must know is that Paul he's criticizing you for being young, or he's not criticizing the individual for being young, but he's both, but evolution and evolving. So some habits, some thoughts, and some reactions belong to a previous season in life. So some real life examples could look like outgrowing petty arguments. Some other examples could look like even you learning emotional discipline. Just because somebody says something to you, you always have the opportunity to react or to respond, right? Because if I go out somewhere and let's say I'm on a basketball court and then somebody cusses at me, and I'm in my younger self, I'm in my younger state, I might snap back and I might try to cuss back at them, and then we can go back and forth. But then as I get older or as I get wiser, I have the opportunity to take a step back and say, wait a minute, this was just a instance, right? This was a temporary situation. Let me process through it in real time and say, It's not going to serve me to cuss back at this person. Let me just say, hey man, you fouled me, check the ball up, right? Versus getting it and making something very minimal, maximizing it, right? So it can look like me even taking responsibility for my choices, or us taking responsibility for our choices, because ultimately growth often will look like letting go of what things that used to define you. Okay. And then in verse 12, it says, for now we see only a reflection as in a mirror, then we shall see face to face. Right. So understanding, right, when we were a child, we thought like a child, we spoke like a child, we reasoned like a child. But then when we get older, right, and then as it's talking about seeing a reflection in the mirror, but now we seeing it face to face. So now this is showing us that like life has some mystery to it. And in this instance, Paul is giving the example talking about mirrors, which were polished metals. So reflections were blurry and imperfect. So we're not going to see the full picture right now, but some things won't make sense for us until later. So what can that look like? That can look like us. Sometimes we stress about things that we don't fully understand, right? That can look like career path, that can look like relationships, that can look like why certain doors are closed. But when we begin to put these two verses together, and then when we really look at the text, you can really take away and you can assess that just because you can't see the whole picture doesn't mean that God isn't painting one for you. So knowing and understanding that, we don't want to just think like a child and be a child in one situation, but we want to continue to evolve, continue to look forward, and continue to follow God's steps and follow God's leading so that ultimately we can see the picture that He has for us. What is God trying to do in our life, and what is He trying to bring to fruition? If we just keep showing up, we keep being faithful to the word, and through that, we go deeper in our personal relationship with God, then things will start to get clearer. Then things will start to make more sense, right? So, family, today I want you to take that word. I want you to pull whichever scripture resonates with you first, or best, if it's verse 11 or if it's verse 12. And I want you just to kind of hold it up to you and then see where it applies for you in your life today. That's been straight from the source. Today, I want you to make sure that you're subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed already on YouTube, we're at Speak Your Success Media. So to make sure that you don't ever miss any of our episodes or any of our content. All right, family, we're going to go ahead and dive in to more Speak Your Success in the morning. Producer Britt.
Hey, hey, hey. How you
Hi,
doing?
hi, hi. Okay,
Hi,
we
hi, hi. You silly Jonathan. Okay. Okay, on the sports, what you got real quick?
Yeah, let's go ahead and run down them sports. Speaking of success sports, so the Denver Nuggets 129 to the Houston Rockets 93. Okay. Jokers 16, 13, and 12.
Mm-hmm.
25th triple of the season. They be making them things look so
25th
easy,
what?
Britt, but that is not easy. 25th triple double of the season.
Jeez Louise.
That's not easy, man. That's not easy. I don't care. That's not easy. Okay. And also Jamal Murray, he dropped 30, got active out there. You had your LA Clippers. Oh my goodness, your favorite scorers, Britt, 153 points to the Minnesota Timberwolves 128. Stop it, y'all. Just stop it. Play defense, somebody.
Mm,
Kawhi, 45 points. The claw.
the
Okay,
claw.
45 points.
The claw.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
and then we had New York Knicks 134 to Utah Jazz 117. Jalen Brunson 28 points and the Knicks comeback victory. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
And then these last two scores: Orlando Magic 128, Cleveland Cavs 122, and then the
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans Pelicans 122 to Toronto's 111.
I
Okay, and of course,
saw that is it Murray's on that team? On Murray's on that one of those somebody on the team. I don't know. He hit a three and then somebody stood over somebody and it was a big deal. Not a big deal, but it
uh,
was a nice little highlight. It was funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
got
yeah. I mean,
he
you know, they be
looked
trying
down
trying
at him.
to.
He was like, "What?" Like that, like what? And I was like,
Ooh.
"Oh." And the guy was on the ground like this, Jonathan. He was like, "Oh." So that's a new
See,
meme
look,
on the internet. Mm.
personally, personally, I love it when it happens in the NBA, but the part that I don't like is how it trickles down. Then you start seeing them kids do it in AAU. And it's like, okay, bruh. It's
But
like, I mean,
I love some bully
that
basketball. Don't get me wrong. The kids in
okay.
AAU need to learn. Obviously they should know the fundamentals, but they just need to learn a little class before they start
Mhm.
trash talking and doing all that stuff. Maybe make
That's
it
fair. That's fair.
somewhere. Make it a
I like
college,
that.
win a championship or something. Get some
I like it.
get some infinity stones before you
Uh,
start doing all that. Before you start
yeah,
doing all that.
yeah. I approve, and I like the way that you really put that because, yeah, I mean, you got kids in 5th grade sitting there doing this, Britt. It's
Yeah, it's
like, "Come
like
on, bro, like,
fifth grade. We don't
oh, you
even
did
know
a
if you're
baby,
playing
you
basketball in
did a
high school
baby
yet.
spin That's ca man, say. Okay. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that oh, and then, of course, well, yesterday talked a little bit about Bam. Bam dropping that 83, second highest, scoring game in the NBA. You got Wilt Chamberlain,
Yeah. I
you
don't know
got
how he
Bam,
believe that.
and you got Kobe.
How's that
You got
possible?
he had like 4 I think it was 34 or 43, free throw. I believe it's
Did
34 free
him,
throw,
the
and
ref,
people was
and the
mad.
coach all get in a huddle before the game? Or
Uh,
I don't know. I'm not trying to take away from him, but I'm just like, what? I don't get it.
I mean
Even
I
when
mean,
even when Will and Kobe did it, I'm like, how do you get 81 points? How do you get 100 points? How do you get 80? How do you do that?
yeah, yeah.
Like, is everyone
I
just
mean,
passing the ball to you? Is the scoreboard, are they adding point? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But kudos to him. I ain't here to
I
take
think
away
it's
from nobody. So he made history.
for sure.
He ain't number one, he number two. And he's proud about that. So
Yeah.
I kudos to him and Audrey.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both
Amen.
real proud, and I ain't mad at either. But the other thing for me is just like 83 points is 83 points. Like, because some people, and I'm not saying this at you, but I'm saying because some people online was coming at him, they was like, "Oh, Kobe scored 81," and it's like, bro, nobody's taking away from what Kobe did. Kobe has had an iconic career and has an iconic legacy. But it's
Right.
like, bro, 83 still 83 points. But to answer your question, what I feel, and from me seeing the highlights, it's it it's like one of those things where you see somebody is hot early, you're like, let's just keep on feeding him. Because when I'm telling you, he
Oh.
catching, shooting, just like he is. I was like, whoa, okay,
That
I didn't
boy
know he
had
could shoot
that
the three
Looney
like that.
Tune juice,
But
that Space Jam juice, that Michael
hey,
Jordan juice. I have no
he
idea.
was on one.
He was on that
He was
special
on, and
stuff.
they said when he was in college,
Mhm.
they said when he was in college, he was in the gym, and because he was one of Coach Calipari's players.
Mhm.
He said he would see him in the gym. He said, "Bam, what you still doing in here?" He said he showed him his phone. He had a picture of a double wide trailer that his mom had to stay in. He said that was his motivation. So that boy was locked in. He hugged
Mm.
his mom after, Britt. I'm getting the
Sure
chill bumps
did,
now. That
tears and
boy said,
all. Mhm.
"We gotta get it. We got it." So he said, "This is what it is, and we gonna get it going." So yeah, man.
Congratulations,
Shout
Bam.
out to Bam. Yeah, major right there, major. And then just some other college basketball, real quick. College
Oh,
basketball.
okay.
And this is coming up on Selection Sunday because you know it's about to be March Madness. So Selection Sunday, big deal going.
Uh-huh.
UCF 66 to Cincinnati 65. See, Britt, that's what I like right there. Keep the scores tight. I like
Women's
that right there. Okay.
college.
I like that. I like that. Okay. It's raw, it's real passion still, even in the NIL era. Okay. Despite what you got to say, even in the NIL era, Britt.
Mhm.
Huh?
I was saying hi to Ozzy. He
Okay.
looking at me
Okay.
like I'm supposed to.
Yeah. And then Washington 83 to USC 79. So okay, we had a couple of games in overtime, couple of games of overtime. And then
Mhm.
women's basketball, Team USA 110 to
Mhm.
Senegal's 46. Caitlin Clark, she went for 17 and 12 on her in her senior national team debut. Okay. And Ryan Howard, 21 points. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up over here on Speak Your Success Sports. And
Okay.
like I said, March Madness coming around. So I don't y'all know me and Britt already done talked about this. We not doing the brackets. But if y'all want to do the bracket, then go ahead, get your bracket together, go on ESPN, whatever,
Do
March
your
Madness, do the
65
bracket.
them 1,000 brackets. I am not doing it.
Man, man, play in teams, extra
I like
teams,
to see who's
team,
gonna,
team.
I like to see which bracket's gonna go the furthest. I think it's fun. Um,
For sure.
I also
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to
yeah.
see the brackets that like mess up after like the first game. It's kind of funny. Like
It's
people put
sad. I
all
mean, it's
that
sad.
time in there and be betting, putting that money in there. But all
I can't
right, move.
imagine.
I know I can't imagine
People
putting your
people putting
house on
people
the
putting the house on
market.
the bracket.
Putting your
Putting the
house
house
on
on the
a
bracket. Fucking that
okay,
up.
guys, time for what I saw scrolling. I got some good stuff today, Jonathan. I'm ready to talk
Talk
about
to
it.
me, Britt.
First and
I'm ready to listen.
foremost,
I'm ready to listen.
this is
Mm.
hot commodity right now. This is hot news. Hot, okay? It's scorching. The tea is hot. Okay, GTA is set to release on International Men's Day, November 19th. Okay, the day after my dad's birthday. Okay, and Rockstar, they had a little message. They said, "Hi everyone. Game Theft Auto, what was it, 6? I guess. Yeah, 6 will now be released Thursday, November
Mhm.
19th, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait. But these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience this sprawling state of, I don't know, the city and return to modern day Vice City. Sincerely, Rockstar
Mm.
Games."
Okay.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
Jonathan,
Message
you
for
don't
the
really play
people.
games, but I mean, it's there. I gotta check this out. I know my dad's gonna buy it for sure. Absolutely. Okay, and moving right along
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on what you say, John?
Oh, no, no, no. I was just saying like how Grand Theft Auto is a whole situation. And I
A whole
didn't know that
movement.
it was like it had that like cult like following type situation. Like everybody
Oh
ready, they rocking.
man.
And obviously, and obviously Rockstar knows, so they putting out a personal message for the people. So salute to them, and
Because
I'm
now,
looking forward just to
Jonathan,
see the feedback.
yeah, because now, Jonathan, you can play. Obviously, you can play online, but you can play online. I mean, you play online with your friends, but like y'all can be in a gang together. Y'all can be in a group together. Y'all can do missions together. It's crazy. It's
In a
crazy.
group together, yeah, in a
Group,
group.
yeah, group. Okay, so highlighting some Tubi stuff right here. Okay, the most popular show streaming on Tubi right now is Southwest High, produced and starring former NBA star Jalen Rose. Okay, so
Wow.
I know, right? Are you gonna watch it? Tubi free.
Okay. I'm gonna tap in. I am gonna tap in on this, Brit. I am, and I'm gonna report back. I'm gonna
Okay,
report back.
okay. So a new series is making major waves in the streaming world. Southwest High, produced and starring former NBA star Jalen Rose, has officially become the most popular streaming show on Tubi. Set against the backdrop of Detroit, obviously. The show tells the
Mm.
story of a high school where sports, ambition, and real life challenges collide. Drawing inspiration from Rose's own upbringing and basketball journey, the series blends drama, mentorship, and community themes to spotlight the pressures and opportunities facing young athletes today. The show centers around a high school basketball program at Southwest High, where students navigate competition on the court while dealing with personal struggles off the court. Rose plays a mentor figure who guides the students, helping them balance their dreams of athletic success with the realities of life in their neighborhoods. Okay.
Wow.
So, I'm definitely gonna give this a watch. I'm excited. What about you, John?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to because it's like this is actually what Jalen Rose is really doing in real time because
Mhm.
he started a school, right? So
Mhm.
Jalen Rose one started the school, and then now he also has partnered up with Tom Gores. He's the
Mhm.
founder of Platinum Equity and also the owner of the Detroit Pistons, and they
Yep.
came together on Same Page Entertainment, the media company. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and this is something that can continue to put out those black stories and
Mhm.
also show us, positive examples and role
Yeah.
models. And I'm getting Coach Carter from it. I'm getting Coach Carter, but I'm looking forward to it.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. I love the
Yeah,
fact
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Jalen Rose, his career is so I mean, it's very iconic, Fat Five and then going
Oh
to
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
NBA and all that good stuff, but
Mhm.
doing everything in his hometown, bringing that back to the community and
Mm.
just being a positive influence for that state and for that city. And just to the longevity of it to say, hey, I'm teaming up with somebody and I'm teaming up with the owner of the Detroit Pistons. And it's like, that's
Man,
amazing to just one
that is
phone
amazing.
call, two meetings. I mean, obviously, I'm exaggerating, but one phone call, two meetings, and one pin. And that's it. So, and just to
True.
make an impact. So, kudos to Jalen Rose, and shout out to everybody that got a spot on the show. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's and then that's even another thing, right? Because
Mhm.
now he's even creating more opportunities for up and coming actors, and is
Mhm.
rocking on Tubi. So this could be people that's starting out, or this could be people that might have had some acting chops already, if
Mhm.
you will.
Mhm.
So opportunity, man, opportunity. Do your
Yeah.
thing, Jalen. Do your thing.
Yeah. Okay, the Oscars are coming up, Jonathan. So, Misty
Uh,
Copeland, okay, the ballerina Misty Copeland is bringing her artistry to one of the Hollywood's biggest nights, okay? So, the trailblazing dancer is set to appear in a special tribute performance at the Academy Awards, celebrating the cultural impact
mm,
of the film Sinners. Copeland will join a powerhouse lineup that includes center stars Miles Canton, legendary
okay.
musician Raphael Sadiq. I love Raphael Sadiq. Okay, just put that out there.
Okay. Okay.
Blues icon Buddy Guy and rising country star Shabuzi. Okay, along with several
Mm,
other artists for that moment. The tribute will spotlight the Oscar nominated song I Lied to You, recreating the spirit and sound of one of the film's standout musical scenes. When they all in the barn and doing all that stuff. That's what
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
that they're gonna recreate
Yeah.
that. So according to the Academy, the performance will serve as a cinematic homage to Sinners in the film's rich blend of music, storytelling, and visual artistry. Copeland's
Mm,
appearance is especially notable as it becomes after she recently took her final bow with the American Ballet Theater and she underwent hip surgery, making her return to the stage at the Oscars even more meaningful for fans of the iconic dancer. So, I've seen videos of Misty Copeland perform. I've never had the opportunity to see her in person. I've seen ballet in person before. I love the ballet, but I'm excited to see her out and about because yeah, she is
man.
one of one for sure. So shout out to Missy Copeland, shout out to Miles
Wow.
Ken, shout out to Raphael Sadiq. And a funny thing about this, on the flip side, is that if you've seen in the headlines, Timothy Chalamet, he made a comment about ballet and the opera. One of my favorite movies,
Mm,
Phantom of the Opera. I've seen ballet.
okay.
I appreciate the artistry of it. Like some people online have, some of the actors have come online and said, I started in ballet. I love the
Wow.
opera. These artistries have been around for 500 years. How dare you say this, that, and a third? So, um, shout out to the Oscars for kind of putting this in the headlines at the right time, in my opinion, because
Mm,
it's like, he's over here talking, and then it's like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and say what we got to say. And we have this beautiful tribute. So I will say, if there's one thing the news and the media
dope.
knows how to do, is spin a story. Spin a story
Now
and
that
spin it
is
good.
true. That is true. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Britt, though, when have like, cause I love what Sinners is doing. I love how they are taking the headlines and taking media by storm. Every
Mhm.
time I look up, I see a Ryan Coogler clip, Michael B. Jordan clip, Derek Lindo clip, one of them talking. What what movie has done this before? Like what movie has had this much media time and really created this much cultural impact before Sinners? I was trying to think about that because I
Wow,
mean,
that's a
Sinners, it
good
seemed like
question.
they are just rocking right now, like at a high level, to the point of even where they're like they're so immersed in what Ryan Coogler is doing. They even showing him how he make his espressos. I'm like, what is going on right
I
now?
think it's
Like
one of those things
they
where it's
all
like
things sinners right now.
it's the most nominated movie. They got 16 nominations. So
Hmm.
it's a lot. So the press tour is crazy. Um and you don't want it to be, one of those movies where it's like it's a great movie. Have you seen it? And then, you don't see no promo around it. Ryan
Yeah.
Coogler, his team, they're doing a great job just keeping them in the forefront until we get that award. We're gonna keep doing
Mm.
this. You can see the espressos. You can see how this man string his guitar. You can see it, whatever, whatever it is, we're gonna make a big deal out
Man,
of it because the movie's that big and it's that good and it's that
man.
impactful. And so I think they're just doing a good job. But as far as, what you're saying, the cultural impact and just them going on this long, 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 long wave, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. It would be something probably before my time. I would think so. Because
Wow.
I would say,
Okay.
I don't know. The last movie I saw big, big, maybe like Wolf of Wall Street. Because Wolf of Wall Street was
Really?
everywhere.
Oh wow.
I mean, in my opinion, when I saw it,
Mm.
I mean, like, because it was also Oscar nominated. Maybe Barbie. Barbie was everywhere because that's an Oscar
Mm.
nominated
Oh,
film.
because and that did have different conversations around it. That's a
Yep.
okay, so there are some elements there. So it's like cultural impact,
Mm-hmm.
creating conversations around certain aspects of the movie and how it
Mm-hmm.
applies today. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I
So
got
yeah, I
you.
think it's just a thinker, but yeah, I'm gonna say Barbie was the last one, and then I mean I love Wolf of Wall Street. He's a criminal, but I like it. Okay. This is just I
Sell me this pen.
love
Sell me this pen.
them. I love them, Jonathan. I love this. So Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy at the
Oh.
celebration of their anticipated arrival of their grandchild, Ari Sky Murphy. So if you don't know, sorry. That's Martin's daughter. Oh my gosh. It's just so great how this family is like blended like this. And then, that's Eddie Murphy's son. And they're just one big happy family. Like, how can you not like this? Like, two of our best
I mean,
comedians, the people that make you laugh all day, because
that's true.
Martin's on every single channel in America. And then Eddie Murphy is just funny.
Man,
He could just sit there and be funny. So it's just like, oh my gosh. And their kids got married? Like, what is that? Is this a
you couldn't
dream?
you could
What
you
is
couldn't
that?
write this up. Yeah, you couldn't write this up. This wouldn't have been on our bingo cards, okay? Wouldn't have been on the
Black
bingo cards, but
excellence.
I
I
mean,
love
yeah,
it. I love it. I love it.
I
And they
approve. I
didn't get I
approve.
mean, they just got married like year and a half, 2 years
Mhm.
ago. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Be fruitful
Yeah.
and multiply, huh? Because they doing it.
Mhm. Hey, no pun intended, but yeah.
Yeah, I just love it. I follow this family all the time. I follow them. I love it. I love it. Okay, guys. So we know the airport is getting crazy out there. Okay, so Texas airport officials advise travelers to arrive up to how many hours, Jonathan? 5 hours before scheduled
Ooh,
departure time. Okay, seems insane, but some
yeah.
airports have recently advised travelers to arrive 4 to 5 hours before their flights due to unexpected delays, including TSA staffing shortages tied to the federal funding lapse. This story came out 2 days ago. And it says at Houston Lobby's airport, long line security stretch nearly 3 hours, Jonathan. Yeah,
Ooh.
prompting officials to recommend passengers to give themselves significant time to get there. So I don't even
I,
know. And then on top of
no,
that,
thank
like
you.
I know people are like, well, I have TSA pre-check, I'm global entry, I'm this, I'm that. Your line gonna be long too. So I don't know
Mm-mm.
why you think it like
It
that.
don't matter. It don't matter because
It
last
don't
time I
matter.
was up at the airport,
Oh
maybe
yeah, tell
what,
us.
not even 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when I was headed to Indiana, seen that long line stretching down. I'm just looking. I'm just walking. And mind you, I'm there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the first
Uh-huh.
thing smoking in the morning because I'm
Uh-huh.
not trying to be there midday. But that line all the way down, Britt, all the
Uh-huh.
way down. I was like, "Yeah, is this
Jeez.
general? This just general right here? Yeah, that's general. Okay, let me just get in and
Oh,
wait."
you're not
And I
TSA
just sit there and
pre-check
I
or
just shut
nothing?
up and I just wait.
You're not global entry, TSA?
Nah, I don't fly enough. I don't fly
It ain't
enough. It
about
don't make
that
sense. I'm
money.
like, I don't need it.
Okay. Well,
They got a line too, so I'm gonna pay to get in another
I
line.
know,
It's
I know,
fine.
I know, I
I'm
know.
rocking. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
excuse me.
rocking.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
Juneteenth, making history. Barack Obama, his presidential center opens up on Juneteenth. So
Mm.
this is a little video, so let's watch it.
Now and feel like the challenges we face are simply too big. But hope is not about ignoring the hard stuff. It is that thing inside us that insists something better awaits if we're willing to work for it. Here on the south side of Chicago, hope is getting a permanent home. Starting on June 19th, you can visit the Obama Presidential Center, a campus with a world-class museum, a new branch of the Chicago Public Library, sweeping green spaces filled with public art, yes, a basketball court, and more. This is a place where a child from next door or across the globe can sit behind the Resolute desk and imagine how they could help create a better world. All week long, we'll honor all the people who've been with us on this journey, from those who helped launch our campaign, served in my administrations, and helped build the center, to all of you. It's easy to look around right now and want to turn hope into action. This is not a monument to the past. It's a living destination for people who refuse to accept the status quo. If you feel that way, this is your invitation to join us. Sign up to be the first to know about updates, events, and tickets at obama.org.
I love that. Jonathan, you going?
I think that's dope. I think that's dope. Yeah, I think I
And of
definitely
course it
will
has a
because I
yeah,
mean,
do have a
now more than
basketball court.
now, yeah. That is cool. But I think now more than ever, right? This is a time to where we have to be intentional about the
Mm-hmm.
history, not only that we put before, like for me, like before our kids, because history is being tore down in real time, right? Like we talked
Literally.
about. I think it was like last year or a little bit earlier this year, how they were burning the books and then
Oh
now just taking
gosh.
historic stuff down. It's like, what is happening? So,
So
I mean,
evil.
being in a position in yeah, it's pretty terrible. But being in a
Yeah.
position to be able to, bring people, bring ourselves to where we
Mm-hmm.
can get this history, get this sense of hope and joy in this
Yeah.
place. I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah. And
You
the
pulling up? You
campus
pulling up?
yeah, I'm gonna try my best to go. And
Mm,
so, yeah, the campus is 19.3 acres. Is designed to be more than a museum. It's a
wow.
space built for leadership, education, and community dialogue. President Obama says the goal is to
Mm,
create a place where people can come together, share ideas, and build a better future. After years of planning, construction, and anticipation, Chicago is getting ready to open the doors to what will likely become one of the city's most important cultural destinations. And it is set to open
man.
June 18th. So I know my
Mm,
grandma's going already. I already know it.
mm.
I already know.
Got to. Grandma got to be in the building.
I know, I
Got
know,
to
I
be
know.
in the building.
Okay,
So,
speaking
okay.
of black excellence, I don't mean to go on the downside, but we just gotta talk about we're gonna come back to that one. But Howard, this is
Uh-oh.
a little old, okay? Howard University medical school has been placed on probation, Jonathan, for the first time. The university has until February 2028 to correct identified issues to regain full non I'm sorry. To get their accreditation back. So Yeah,
Hmm.
probationary. Mm-hmm.
Oh
So
man,
this cup,
I don't like seeing this. Oh, go ahead, go ahead,
me
Britt. Go ahead.
either. That's why I was like, well, I didn't like seeing a lot of stuff with Howard because they had that mold in them dorms, them freshman dorms.
That was Howard. That wasn't Howard, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
They wanted
Britt,
them.
because yesterday.
They wanted
Oh,
them.
and yesterday I
They
was
had
talking
them
about.
freshmen in the dorms with the mold, and they weren't
Oh,
fixing it.
Britt. Yeah, and yesterday what I covered was how the athletics director is telling them the students they can't kneel no more during the national anthem.
Oh, not 2 days in a row.
Howard, no. Donkey of the
Please.
day, 2 days
two
straight. Not
days
donkey of the day,
straight.
Howard University. No. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So sorry. Despite the I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just you know what, Howard, you just need to get your stuff together, okay? You got to 2028. I ain't gonna roast you 2 days in a row, but get it together because medical school is important to those who want to attend it, especially at your school. So get it
Man,
together. Get it together. Okay.
man.
So, fun question for you.
I'm listening.
At what age is considered embarrassing to still be living with your parents these days?
Ooh,
I'll tell you
Britt,
what the comments say
I
after
don't know.
after you.
I mean, I'm gonna say upper 30s. Cause this is a new time, Britt. People moving back in, either they helping out with the parents or I'm gonna say upper 30s is embarrassing. What the people saying? I want to hear what the people saying.
Ooh, upper 30s. Okay. Some people say no age. Stay. Don't ever leave. I'm jealous of anyone who can live with their parents peacefully. We it said somebody
Peacefully.
said,
That's the
yeah.
part. That's the part. Peacefully.
I mean, they're your parents. They're just always gonna be there. It doesn't matter as far as living with your parents at home when you're financially stable. Wait, leave your parents home when you're financially stable. Years old.
Mm.
Oh, she's funny. It's honestly
That's a
embarrassing
mature
to
answer.
not. Yeah, it's honestly embarrassing not to be living with your parents. Okay, everybody says no age these days. No age because the economy is poo. I was a humble thousand. Somebody said I was a humble thousandaire and lived with my parents until I got married. No shame.
Mm.
Yeah. Somebody said my life's purpose is to create a life they never have to escape from. I pray my kids still want to stay. My biggest dream is to watch my grandchildren grow up not in the same house, I hope. I'm not busting my
Mm.
butt for everyone to leave. My adult children live with me. I pray that life of they can afford life. So everybody's saying no age, no age, no age, no age. I don't see anything. Somebody said you got to get it
Oh,
together by 30. Everybody saying no age. Somebody
I
said that
mean
in
that.
this economy,
I
100
mean,
years old.
uh see,
So I guess
but see
not.
if you this same question, but what? Let me ask you, what you think that age is, and then I'll say what I gotta say. What you think that age is or should be?
If my job was closer to my because I was driving an hour when I stayed with my parents for my year gap.
Oh yeah,
So if my
yeah. Mm-hmm.
job was closer, hey, I'd be right there with you.
Mm.
Free
Hey
food,
man, see,
everything's right there. Free food or free
see,
everything's there. I love being there. I mean, yeah, I pay rent, but I'm like, I'm cool. Nice bedding. It's just nice. Everything's clean all the time.
girl over there
Yeah.
describing a hotel. That's crazy.
It is. My parents' house
They
is a
take
hotel.
they turn your bed down. They put chocolates on my pillow, and
Hey, you
but here
never know.
but the wildest part is if you go back to just before COVID and ask the
Hmm.
same question, people would have different feelings and different opinions. I'll tell you that right now.
Why you say
But now
that?
people just because things shift and change because what COVID did for the economy and just how it's affected, you know, us at a large scale. I would say people had different opinions
Mm.
because a lot of people lost jobs and different things like that. And before COVID, we didn't have them 300,000 black women that couldn't get jobs
But I
that
think
are
now,
educated and couldn't
Jonathan,
get
where
jobs.
everyone is right now, it's like the economy is bad, the world is bad, we don't know what's going on. People don't want to pay for rent. People can't afford rent. People can't afford their bills. So it's like, you know what? I am staying with my mama and my daddy. So
And I'm proud of
outside
it.
is
Yeah.
expensive. Going out to eat is crazy. I mean, they add in 20% gratuity on top of everything, Jonathan, no matter where you go. It's
Come
it's
on.
it's it's horrible out there, and I'm still surprised, you know, that when I do go out for the times that I do, I'm like, wow, people still getting sections and like doing all that stuff. That's crazy.
No. Should I go back and be a server? If you're getting 20% gratuity, should I go back and be a server? Should
That's
I
my
drive for Amazon? Should I drive for Amazon Prime? Should I?
Should I go back
Amazon
to be a
Flex?
server? Like 20% right off rip? Yeah.
Mm,
Let's run it. Because they didn't have that back then.
okay.
I was getting paid $2.13 an hour. Okay.
Okay.
All
Mm,
right. So,
mm.
guys, if you see any stories that you want to be featured on the show, send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok. I will put it in rotation. Next time you watch the show, you might see what you saw scrolling. Jonathan, what you got?
Here it
We got
is.
about 15 minutes.
Well, hold on, wait, Britt. I know, but
Oh.
we gotta go. We gotta rewind time back a couple of days because we still ain't had this conversation
About what?
about Atlanta and about Magic City. You
Magic
are a woman in America. You're a black woman. I want to hear your perspective. We've seen, we've seen the clips of Joe Budden, them
Okay.
talking about on the podcast. We've seen Killer Mike talking about on the pod, and Killer Mike is advocating for how iconic Magic City is
Yeah,
and
him and
how it's
his
helped
wife. Ain't that
how
beautiful?
how it's helped women become, get grounding, if you will, and then, start
Oh my
careers from
gosh.
working at Magic City. And then Luke Cormier,
Uh,
Cormer?
uh-huh.
I'm forgetting my man's name, but
Whatever.
for the San
I
Antonio
forgot.
Spurs, he the one that spoke out and said, "I don't think that the NBA should be really shining spotlight on Magic City and how it degrades women." Producer Britt, I want to hear your thoughts on
I
this.
mean, it seems like the girls were excited probably because it was about to be a whole bunch of money up in the building, insert players club. So it's just
Oh,
like, when you go
where
like
them
this.
dollars at?
But
Where them dollars at? Oh no!
so I mean, I won't get too deep into it,
Oh,
but
please, yeah.
I mean, if that's the culture in Atlanta, that's what it is. Um that's Atlanta culture. They love that there. I don't think that the dancer should be punished because this person came out and said, "Hey, we're degrading women." Clearly they was ready to get their money up, so why you messing with my bag? That's one side of it. And then the other side of it is, it's the whole oppression liberation thing where it comes to the point where women oppress themselves so much that they think they're liberating themselves, but you're just in a cycle of still oppressing yourself. So
Mm.
what's his name? Killer Mike and his wife. It's like, well, if y'all feel some type of way about it, just go to the strip club and hand out some money to everybody that lost money that day. Since y'all love going to the strip club so much, but
Mm.
I mean,
Mhm.
I ain't here to knock nobody back. I didn't see any of the black men in the NBA say anything bad. I don't know where this white man came from. So
Oh,
I don't
got it.
know.
Mm.
I don't know.
Well,
I
yeah.
think I guess there was gonna be something special. I have no idea. But I've never been to Magic City. I don't like Atlanta. But my thoughts on it as a woman is that if that's your job and somebody come in and mess up my money on my job, yeah, I'm not rocking with you no more. That's like
Mm.
somebody saying, "Hey, cameras are horrible. You should never work with cameras ever again. They cause whatever." And then next thing you know, we ain't got no business. And so it's like,
Mm.
well, tread lightly, okay? When you talking about my money, because
Mm. Yeah.
you don't know what was about to happen. I mean, we know what was about to happen, but we don't know how much money they was about to make. Like
That's
all
true.
the
We don't.
ballers there, all the dollars there. I don't know. Yeah, you're right, Killer Mike. Some life changing experiences could have happened that night. So
Mm. Potentially. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
some of the
yeah.
girls that use the money, they put themselves on, they start businesses, they start hair companies, they start all this stuff and clothing companies and blah, 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 blah. And they set themselves up.
True.
And maybe they don't have to do that anymore. But you coming in and, saying, oh, I think it's degrading women. Clearly, they don't think it's degrading. So, I mean,
Mm.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Or maybe they're just stuck in that mindset where, this it is what it is. Maybe that white man should have went to Magic City and maybe you should break everybody off and cut a check to everybody. But don't be making news and now Adam got into it. Now he officially canceled it. So
Magic City
whatever.
Monday, where Ti
Yeah.
was supposed to be. Ti was supposed to be the guest artist performing,
Oh, I didn't even
and
know
yeah,
that. And then you got
Ti was gonna
T.I.
be the guest artist
there. Oh,
performing. Yeah,
yeah. Now
yeah,
you're really
yeah.
messing with my money. Now you're really messing with my
So
money. You don't know
so
what could have happened. All the ballers was going to be there. Girls could have made buku money.
well, I mean, but you, but I mean, this was going to be Magic City Monday at the Hawks Arena, of course, and
Oh, this wasn't happening
Luke
at the actual
Cornett. This
club?
wasn't no, this wasn't happening at the club. This was happening at the Hawks
Oh.
Arena,
So
and they
what
were
was
going to
going to
be
happen?
and they were going to be really just paying homage to Magic City from what I saw, that they were spotlighting the restaurant. That's what I saw. And then
Oh, don't take
also
away from that.
and then also they were going to be selling merch. But one question that I saw come up, well, let me I'll say the question in a second. But to answer what you said we didn't see no black man come out. Al Horford actually came out and
Oh,
said,
okay.
"Nah, I don't think that should be like. I don't think we should do this either. I'm on the side of Luke Cornett." And mind you, Al Horford also was not also, but Al Horford was a former Hawks player. Killer Mike said, "We don't f with Luke Cornett, and we don't f with Al Horford. We don't
So
f
they
with
were
you
just
either."
paying. Why you let me go on that whole rant? Why? So
Well,
they
I
were
was
just
letting you do
playing.
your thing.
I mean, I didn't know what it was about, but so they pretty much just paying homage at the arena.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was gonna be like kind of like how they have those theme nights at the arena. So
Was
it's
it
gonna
gonna be
be like
halftime
Magic
show like
City.
Usher's performance or something?
Okay, I don't know about all that. I just know, like I told you, they was going to spotlight the merge. Ti was going to perform, and it was gonna be themed around the Magic City. They said they wasn't going to have no dancers there, nothing like that, or no dancers dancing.
Some
I don't know
things
if
are
they weren't
just
going to be
meant for
there.
black people, and that's what that is. That's my opinion. That's what I gotta say. Some things are just meant
And
for
that
black people.
and
And
and and
it's
and,
not
and,
for
and it,
you all the time. And you don't always have to chime in on what we doing. If Atlanta is known for Magic City and that's what I mean not known for it, but if that's a staple in their city, then let them celebrate that. Who cares? Who cares at the end of the day?
mm,
Cause it's like
okay.
who if the black man made the shirts for the thing for that Monday night or whatever, then hey, you're supporting black business. But I don't know. I didn't get the sorry for going on that tangent before, guys. But my real opinion is it's not always meant for you. Sometimes it's just
Mm,
for black people only, and
mm,
that's what it
okay.
is. That's how I feel.
Hot
There you go.
take.
Yeah.
Hot take. Well, okay, so this is one of the things that I saw because I was looking at different posts and seeing different people's opinions.
hmm
And one of the questions somebody said was, if you saw your 5-year-old daughter wearing a Magic City shirt, how would you feel?
Okay, I wouldn't buy my 5-year-old daughter a Magic City shirt. That's
No,
just
I
that's
understand that,
stupid
but
to
I'm
say.
just saying though, like because it's the Magic City Monday theme night. You got your 5-year-old daughter repping the brand Magic City.
They
The
wouldn't have the
daughter
shirt
don't know what
on.
it.
They wouldn't have the shirt.
You I get you,
No,
Britt.
I
I
no
get.
no 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 no. I'm saying they wouldn't have the shirt. I mean, there's things that are kid appropriate, and there's things that that are for adults. The child wouldn't have the shirt.
I get
I
you.
mean,
I
just how the
get you.
child can't get into the club, the child can't have a shirt. So I mean, like, even if
I
the
feel it.
child
I
is looking
feel it.
at you like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" Don't worry about it. I mean, learn how to censor your children. I don't understand that.
Oh, we're back to it. Oh no,
Yeah,
we're
we're
back to
back
this.
to it because that
Oh
goes into
no.
it because it's like, why would you think it's okay? Why would you think it's okay for your daughter to wear a Magic City shirt? Why would you think that in the first
Mm.
place? So it's like, okay, well, they gave us these shirts at the thing, blah, blah, blah. That's not for your child. It's not even her size. If you want to get into it. Like, what? That's why I don't understand. Like,
You off the chain.
so
She real
whoever
form right
posed
now.
that question, that's real dumb. That's stupid. That's dumb. Because
Okay, so
no,
uh-huh.
go. What else you got? We got
No,
5
no, no.
minutes.
I was about to say so my take is after hearing everything that I've heard, I get that it is a cultural staple in Atlanta. I get that. I get that it is, but I think we just gonna agree to disagree on this one. Like as Atlanta culture, period. Because yes, it is a black business, but also I think there's some things that just don't need to be blended. And I don't think this in basketball needs to be blended. Like come up with a different thing.
That's
I'm just
fair.
saying, yeah, just come up with a different thing. Magic City is gonna make the money that they're gonna make and do what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Great, but these themes don't need to be blended. Even though there are some people who are on part of Hawks management, and then also was one of the, I believe, executive producers in like the Magic City documentary. So there is some synergy there, but I don't think that the two need to be blended personally. Because then there's going to be people that get introductions to Magic City that never knew nothing about Magic City, and
What's wrong with
I don't
that?
know.
Then Magic City
No,
making money.
that's great, but we can't take away the fact of what happens on the like how you talking about people need to censor their kids. That there's certain stuff that I wouldn't want people to be introduced to. It how am I trying to say it?
This right here introduce you to everything. They already know it. So whatever you about to say, it don't even matter. Cause it's all right here. It ain't even, they don't even gotta look up Magic City
Oh,
because it goes they got OnlyFans. So it's like it's a
oh,
whole different ball game. This right here, this your problem, not Magic City and the NBA. It's your phone. It's them kids and that phone. That's what it is. So it's like
well, yeah,
you
yeah,
being
yeah,
introduced
yeah.
to that, this being introduced. A business is a business. And if they were doing a business agreement together and
This
they
is
had
true. That's
shirts and
true.
blah, I think sometimes you have to take personal feelings out of it and look at it as a business situation, which I know you know how to
That's
do.
real.
And not,
That's real.
particularly talking about what you're saying, but just the people that
Yeah,
are
yeah,
so
yeah.
affected by it. So it's like if they got to team up with the NBA, that brings them more money. Who knows, this partnership could go boom, boom, up, 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 whatever, what
Mhm.
have you. Because we know what, at the end of the night, they going to the Magic City anyway. So
Mm.
I mean, like, what is I? So it's like
That's
I'm
true.
not saying like, oh, I'm here for strip clubs. I'm here for strip clubs. But I'm just saying like, if it was already approved and the deal was done, it's
Mm.
done. Like it's done and that's what it
Mm.
is. If we had merch printed and Adam already said yes and blah 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 and everybody was gonna get a shirt and we gonna sell this, it's done. And don't worry about it. If you feel some type
Mm.
of way, keep your emotions out of my business. Because right now I'm trying to make some money and you trying to feel some type of way. And I'm not trying to feel like I'm not doing that. Like I'm trying to make some money. And I get like even people say, oh, well, it's degrading to the women. Everybody got a job, and that's the job that she filled out an application for, and that's the job that she doing. So leave people's job alone, get your nose out of people's business, and that's what it is. Like
Wow.
oh, if somebody gets introduced to this and that's great. I'm glad maybe people should know about it and they'll go eat the food at the restaurant since they were highlighting the restaurant and not the dancing portion of it. So it's like if the restaurant popping, come in and eat my food. What's wrong with
Mm.
that? What's wrong with that? I think, yeah, there's two different sides to the club, but didn't nobody say you had to throw no money? Didn't nobody say you had to do this, that, and a third? I came to promote my restaurant, sell merch with the NBA, and that's it. Like at the end of the day, this is the problem. And that's what it is. That's what it is. That's my 2 cents. That's my real. There you go. That's my opinion right there. Period.
Mm. All right, well, that's the show, everybody. That's the show. That's some strong. That's a strong take there, producer Britt.
Yeah, I'm
She
just
said, "Keep your
saying.
nose, keep your nose out my." She said, "Y'all over here worry about feelings, but y'all keep your feelings out my business." Oh my goodness.
Yeah, keep your nose out
Oh,
my business and your feelings to
cut that and
yourself.
put that on TikTok. Run tell that.
Okay,
Okay, run
run and
tell
tell
that.
that. Okay. But you got so much to say. Okay, guys.
That's
Well, that's
real.
the show. Happy Thursday. I just want to let y'all know I've been in the gym every day, y'all. I wasn't here on Wednesday, but I was in the gym. Okay. I'm in the gym. I'm ready. Okay. Jonathan, I think it's been like 5 days straight. And then on top of that,
Wow.
about an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym each time. Yeah.
Okay.
33
That's
looking
some
right.
you're set to become a machine. Okay, you keep this up, you're set to become a actual machine. Like you're not gonna eat food no more. You're just gonna take oil. You're just gonna have to
Right.
put oil and put
Right.
gas in your tank.
Exactly.
You're a human machine at this point.
All right,
But
guys.
yeah,
Y'all
that's
have a
impressive.
good
That's impressive.
day. Yep.
Yeah. We getting out of here. We getting out of here, man. Y'all heard producer Britt cooking literally on the grill, hibachi style. All right. So we about to get ready to get out of here. Catch us live tomorrow at 6 a.m. Central Standard to 7 a.m. Central Standard. And family, always remember, man, always remember, you have a choice and you have decisions that you can make. So choose wisely and decide what you decide and then stand on what you said that you wanted to stand on. Okay? Remember. Speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why would you and why should you live any other